YouTube, get your shit together. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. There's that. Love it. Love it. Alright, don't forget to put on your microphone. That's working, that's working. Great, great. Okay, just gotta, just a little housekeeping, just a little upkeep. Good. Where'd my third tab go? And I ain't talking about the beverage. There we go. This chat situation is okay. All right. Yelling at the mic. Okay, that's probably a little hot. Take that down. Take that down. You want it in the green zone, folks. You want it in the dang green zone. All right, let's hit it. Let's hit it. All right. This piece I keep coming back to. Oh goodness, now I got these all flippin' Z'd over. Hard to work with, these little guys. Just tiny little human being parts. This is one of those pieces I work on and then I let it sit for like a month and then come back to it and work on other things in between. So oh, okay, that makes more sense. All right, I need some more arms here. First up, more arms. That's great. My my YouTube description incorrect. That's always a great way to go. It's fine. Doesn't matter. All right. We've got Eileen, I don't know her name. Whatever this old broad's name is. We've got some of her. Glue again. This microphone situation is bumming me out. Hey, Damien, welcome. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm kind of the sort of like mythical god tearing these people to pieces. I recently learned that there are people who actually do, what is it, like, basically occult rituals where they call upon the fictional entities from Lovecraftian books. I mean, Cthulhu is, I think, the only one I know of. Oh, and Oh Really, I think that was one of them. I haven't read Lovecraft. But people actually call upon or invoke these fictional gods, and at least the story goes that some weird shit happens. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'm just but I just heard people have done it, and strangely, something shows up, which is kind of, that both does and doesn't make sense to me. But people do it. And it wouldn't surprise me if they've done it for other things. Somebody's invoking Pennywise the Clown or something, which I definitely wouldn't recommend. Unless you've got a red balloon to give him. Yeah. Yeah, Cthulhu has really gotten a lot of press in recent years, huh? It's like that used to be a super obscure thing that only nerds knew, that only, like the, I mean, what am I trying to say? Like before all of the internet became sort of just little subcultures of different kinds of nerds, of which I consider myself a certain part. But anyway, Cthulhu was the stuff of obscure literature for probably close to 100 years, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, there's a Cthulhu teddy bear and you know, plenty of games, card games and board games based around this, and like probably a lot of modern people who are doing this stuff don't even realize it's Lovecraftian, don't even know who Lovecraft was. But that's fine. That's culture takes these myths and does what it pleases. Oh, nice. Now, who's that? I've heard that term, Azathoth. Is that part of Lovecraft, or is that a more? Is that part of a different? Myth or system? Gotcha. I know I've heard that term. I'm part of an occult Discord that I'm pretty sure that term has come up before. I mean, those people get into some weird shit that's deeper cut than what I can hang with, but or I don't know, just people get into all kinds of weird stuff, or like the magic or occult Reddit. It's like that you can some interesting things going on there. I'll just put it that way. Not all of them good. Wow, right on. Cthulhu's like, hey Azathoth, did you send me a? Hey Azathoth, you forgot my freaking 9,000th birthday. I was really hoping to get a $25 Target card, you know? Hello, Brandon, are you in here? Nice to see you. See, he joined for a minute. Because even Cthulhu likes to get gifts, you know? He's going around manifesting, freaking people out, like sending people into insanity, but all he's really trying to get is like a little Barnes and Noble card, you know? He's like, there's some tarot decks over there that's got me on them, and I can't even afford to get these dang things. Haunting people doesn't really pay. And actually, I don't really know what Cthulhu did. Or what he's still doing. That's right, Brandon. The right to bear arms. I'm all about that. Whichever amendment that is. I think it's the second one. I'm all about those firearms, you know. Oh, no, this one's curved a different way. Well, be interesting if we had what am I thinking of here? Like arm and hand recognition. Like somebody comes along and they're just like, "Hey, wait a sec. That's my freaking hand." Just can pick it out immediately. And you're like, "Hey, he didn't get permission. He didn't get a model release form for my freaking arm." All right, gonna need a lot more glue than that. Yeah, yes, exactly. Financially struggling Cthulhu. I mean, if that's not already a webcomic, I don't know what is. He's just sitting there on Amazon with a PlayStation 5 in his cart, just hovering over the buy now button. And he's just like, I know I shouldn't. I only have a $500 credit card limit, and I mean, this is gonna. Plus, I got, you know, former Mrs. Cthulhu yelling about the checks, you know, the chat. What is that term? Lost the bit because I couldn't think of the term. The alimony payments or whatever they are. Child support, that's what I was trying to think of. Old former Mrs. Cthulhu and the child support. He's like, "Man, I'm over here, just got my little bachelor studio. I just want to play some Call of Duty. But this old broad is on my case for the child payments." Well, guess I better go manifest in some 1800 library and freak a guy out and see if he has any, like a few bucks in his top drawer. You know Cthulhu's got that PlayStation 5 on his wish list. He's sending up a prayer. He's going, one day. For me to be, Cthulhu to be gaming, that's God's plan. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. NFTs, my goodness. What do you think about these? I don't know a lot about them. They've certainly taken off. I mean, I believe in cryptocurrency, absolutely. But these NFTs, I still, it's just like, I see a ton of artists creating them all of a sudden, but it's like, who's actually paying for these? Who's paying for something that you can essentially right click and save on your computer and keep it forever? And like, who cares? It just, I don't understand. And it may completely be legitimate, and maybe I'm missing out on something that's gonna blow up and be enormously lucrative, but at least right now it's like, this seems incredibly silly. Okay, you have a digital property, what are you gonna do with that? Nothing? Okay, great. But I'm ready and willing to be proven wrong, or to be not to be proven wrong, but just to I acknowledge I may not understand it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I think it's still so new. I haven't seen like how does that work out practically? You know, how does that? And I'm not asking you. I just mean um, I have yet to witness sort of how that plays out. But I occasionally jump into Clubhouse just to listen to these rooms. I haven't joined any yet, and it I so whatever. But and there'll be there's all these groups that have popped up for NFTs, like artists. Here's how to explode, get super wealthy, how to take advantage of this now, and it's kind of it's a little spammy and gimmicky, um, but they might be right. Maybe they're millionaires from making like a Homer meme and then selling it for 75 ETH. And if they did, good for them. Just flipping through magazines on stream. Just sort of waiting in the doctor's office on stream. Totally. Yeah. I mean, for real, they should. Yeah, yeah. Anytime an artist can make money, go for it. And which is why I carefully like sort of recognize like yeah I might be totally wrong and maybe I am missing out and maybe there will be a day in the future where I'm like okay well I'm creating an NFT and here we go. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It seems like you'd probably have to have an established following to or notoriety of some kind in order to sell one for any substantial amount or to sell one at all. Like I think Justin Roiland sold one, and I think that dork who owns Twitter, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't be unkind. I think he sold a tweet, which is sort of gimmicky, but because basically whoever is buying that is just kind of doing it as a bit, it seems, for a bit that costs a lot of money. Not finding great material here. Cutting this stuff out of professional photographer magazine, something that my wife used to subscribe to years ago, and then they just kept on sending them, just print magazines every month that we haven't paid for in years, and they're just like, please, 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 keep taking it. Uh, you know, and it's not like we're stealing from them. It's like they won't stop harassing us with their mail. So, which is interesting to me. It's got a cost for that shipping and printing, and they're just a dying medium trying to hold on. But good for them, I guess. Oh. Need some more, need a lot more arms here. I've got hands, I need arms. There's probably a joke in there somewhere, but I don't have the energy for it. Just kind of a low energy stream today. Just easy like Sunday morning, you know, whatever that song is. Easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, it didn't used to be. It used to be my favorite, least favorite time of week. When somebody's, you know, you're just laying there in old, sleepy, dreamy, mystical magic land, and some maroon is coming in, shaking your shoulder, going, hey, go get on your little suit and your bow tie, Josh. Time to roll down to the local church. Time to sit in those pews, sing those hymns by some, you know, some hip guy with a cool haircut on stage, with his cool, expensive jeans and, you know, his like perfect haircut. I think I already said that. And he's like, hey, who out there is ready to praise the Lord? And I'm like, man, I just woke up. You know, and I'm obligated to be here, I guess. So, I mean, okay, you know, while I'm here, okay, while I'm here, I guess. You know, and hey, the best part of church were the ones that had some donuts and coffee in the lobby, because then at least you could be, you know, just becoming Homer Simpson, just excited about the donuts and nothing else. But not no more, baby. No church obligations any longer. All right. Not a lot of hands and arms in here. There's one. Oop, YouTube messed up. What the heck? It didn't like me talking about church. Alright, Twitch is still fine. Alright, one sec here. What's going on with YouTube? Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. Alright, well. Okay, thanks, Damien. I got a 404 on my side. There we go. Weird. Alright, all good. Continue. Damien, what are you up to today? What are you working on? I know that you told me once what you do for work, and I'm a big dumb guy who doesn't remember things well, and probably didn't even understand it when you told me. If there's a computer involved, I may as well be lost in the dark. All these people these days with their computer jobs. Anyway, what are you up to today? I knew it was something like that, and I didn't want to say the wrong thing and then show my ass like a big dummy, which I am. I do that all the time. Computer boy, you're already way ahead of me there. You say computer, and I'm just like, I'm basically just like, I'm out of my league already. There's a genius in the room. Yeah, all these people on Clubhouse are just like, I work on the computer. I'm doing so much computer stuff today. And I'm just like, oh boy. I just, tiptoe slowly back. Just, you gotta know when to fold them. They're going, server this, IP address that, how's your RAM looking? How's your CPUs? And I'm just like, duh! I'm the cartoon guy with like the little spirals in his eyes. Yeah. Just moving those ones and zeros around, making the beeps and bloops. And that's a big arm. That takes up a lot of surface area there. I might need to just use the hand on this. Or like section it out a little bit. Don't want it to overwhelm the whole image. So let's see here. Well, there's going to be plenty of layers over it anyway, so. We'll go like, no, it needs to be scooted back a little. Whoop. Adjusting my seat, bonking the camera with my head. Always a great way to go. Hey, we're working in tight quarters here. All right. Ah, thank you. Yeah, it's been fun to just kind of, well, I don't know, mix it up. And just, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, yeah, thank you. Variety. It's fun. It's fun to stream. And it's kind of like when I'm doing this stuff, may as well throw it up. Twisted Metal is so fun, but I'm extremely bad at it. I recall as a kid, as a teenager, probably 15 or 16, I could just like blast through it, no deaths, go start to finish, beat all the bosses, get the end credit video or the little segment at the end, and cutscene, that's the word. And these days, I can scarcely finish the game without having to re-up with a cheat code. I mean, which is fine. It's been 17 years since I've played this game, so kind of understandable. But it is extremely fun, and that's the point. I don't give a shit about being good at it. Other than that, it's nice to win. But I won't be doing any Twisted Metal speed runs anytime soon, or breaking any land speed records for getting to Calypso's penthouse there. That makes sense. Yeah, for sure. Being better when you're young. Totally. Yeah, I mean, summer afternoons, I would spend like a kind of a disgusting amount of hours probably. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. But I've spent plenty of time playing games, and whatever, it's fun. Why should I shouldn't judge myself for that. Had a blast, enjoyed it. It was good relaxation. It was a little escape from the horrors of home. So, and the insecurities of teenage life. None of which have followed me to my adulthood. Just kidding. Right, yeah, it really did. I had a moment of great pride as a young man in my teenage years, going over to a friend's birthday, and there was this kid there that I didn't know, and he was playing Tony Hawk, probably 3 or 4, on either Xbox or PlayStation, and he had all the cheats on, like perfect balance, special, always special and stuff. And I was like, hey, let's play a little 2-minute head-to-head. Take off the cheats. Let's see, let's take off all the cheats, see what we can do here. And I just destroyed him. Hundreds of thousands of points up on that Tony Hawk board. took him to town, laid him out like a bath rug. And anyway, I didn't gloat or anything like I am now. Just being excited about winning at a video game. Anyway, that's good to do. Tony Hawk is so fun, though. Used to play Tony Hawk, then think I could skate for real in real life. Go outside, smash my knee on the ground or something. Or get upset at the skate park and snap my board in half. Only did that once. Temper. Yeah, that's... He had a little bit of a temper, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, he's probably had to go to his therapist many times about that one Tony Hawk session. He's just like, this kid came out of nowhere. Whooped my ass. I thought I was the king of Tony Hawk. And this little, skinny, shy kid, who probably didn't talk to anybody else the entire time, sat in the corner and ate some, pizza rolls or something. But when he had that controller in his hand, boy, he could fly. Just telling his therapist, I have night terrors about it every night, where Chad Muska is just teabagging me, and I'm inside the game and I can't get out. And those characters couldn't even teabag, but he's doing it in his blocky little PlayStation 2 graphics. Just teabagging me endlessly. And then he even did a Fortnite dance, and the Tony Hawk guys definitely couldn't do that. He destroyed me on this level, and then Chad Muska's dancing, saying, I like to move it, move it. And that song wasn't even out yet. And his therapist is like, I'd like you to close your eyes, go back to that moment. How does it feel in your body when Josh Gaines was just handing your ass to you on Tony Hawk 3? Looking for some... Okay. There's an arm and a hand. Exactly. Yeah. Who knows what kind of future that guy would have had? Who knows? My one victory for the entirety of my youth, just 120 seconds playing Tony Hawk 3. Okay, now here's another big guy. That's an extremely big hand by scale for this. So... gonna have to par you down to size, buddy. Par you down to size. Not sure if that's a phrase. Gonna have to take you down a notch here, pal. It's like that story in the Bible when the hand of God was writing on the wall, and all those people at the party are like, I think I might have had too much wine, Kind of just like looking at their cup, looking at the writing, looking at their cup. and kind of turning to Jehoshaphat next to them, just being like, "You seen this shit? You seen this shit?" I mean, I did take some Sumerian mushrooms, but dude, bro, I'm tripping hard. I don't know about you, I'm tripping hard. Seeing writing on the wall from the hand of God. Okay, now is that gonna... That's gonna work just fine. That's gonna get covered up in a little bit. But the essence of him will be right there. Okay, no. There we go. That's a big surface area hand there. Enjoy the limelight there, hand. You're not going to be there for long. You're going to get covered up by the digits of many other souls here. Hand of God, excuse me, hand of God, writing on the wall. And some drunk guy at the back is like, "You misspelled there. It's T-H-E-I-R." And God is like, "I was doing the other one. I was doing T-H-E-R-E, plus this is in Hebrew, so that joke doesn't really apply." And of course, instead of talking, God would have just been like, zapped him immediately. Like, "Hey, shush, Balthazar. You're drunk, man. Shush. You're not being funny." And then Balthazar was like, "I wasn't trying to be funny. I was trying to correct his spelling. Get off my case." And then God's like, "Dang it. He was right. I did spell it wrong. It's T-H-E-I-R. Freaking English. These guys always, man." Humans had to go and create English, dumbest language there is. Hebrew gave them a perfectly good language. Gave them the thanks I get over here creating a whole mystical language, ancient Hebrew. And these guys are, yeah, how about we invent a language with a bunch of silent letters and just absolutely no rules at all. English over here. God is just shaking his head, going, "What are these guys thinking?" O-U-G-H sounds like, yeah, good one. Good one. That makes sense. Oh yeah, the word Army Corps has a P and an S at the end. Now what's that? Spelled like corpse, pronounced like core? What are you guys doing? Whoa, these are creepy. That's interesting. English over here. English, you done fucked up. Hey, it's Farrell. Hey, it's Chris Rock. Hey, it's Lin-Manuel Miranda, right? Is that his name? Okay, that's a good one. Now we got some hands going on. With purple nail polish. Now that's nice. Fuchsia, getting a little splash of color in here. Way to go. All right, anything? Hey, I see a hand there. I see a nice hand. Uh, yeah, that'll work. I've got it. Yeah, let's take it. Let's take it. We'll use it later. Man, now I'm kind of thinking about that story. The hand of God writing on the wall. I don't even remember the context or what that was, but it's like, what was going on there? First of all, anybody got a pen around here? All right, guess I'll manifest my own. I'll just conjure my own out of nothing. And if I get electrocuted, that is because of the blasphemy I'm shelling out right now. So, just kidding. Blasphemy is a human concept. The divine oneness is like, hey, I'm good. I'm good with that joke. That's fine. That's fine. Kind of funny. I'm into that. All right, this hand is gigantic. That is going to... That's too much. That's too much. Fingers only. Kind of a strange way to go, but it's... All right, I've got to get some arm pieces in here. This is we're getting out of hand. We're losing our way. Disembodied forearm and elbow. Okay. Cut it in half. Nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing. No difference. Okay. Let's do a little right there. I hear there is a little dog scratching at the door. And hey, he doesn't even live here. Just wandered in. We've got kind of an open door policy with animals over here. Just raccoons, any squirrels, little sparrow. We don't turn any of them away. Just call me Noah's Ark. All right. I finally watched recently, just a couple nights ago, I watched Jupiter Ascending, which I tried to go in with an open mind. I knew it was pretty famously bad, and but I mean I respect the Wachowskis a lot, and have enjoyed most of their other stuff. And I was talking about that the other day, Matrix and stuff. But I guess I would say Jupiter Ascending not as bad as it could have been. I think I get what they were going for, and it just kind of dies the death of 1,000 paper cuts, because it doesn't really... Oh yeah, have you seen that one, Damien? I didn't realize if you had. I just felt like it didn't establish its universe very well, and it goes from Mila Kunis cleaning toilets to like big giant lizard demon guys so fast. And I mean, it has some really cool sequences, of course. Like the CGI looks really good in certain parts, but I felt like the villain was really off. His performance and just the way he looked, there's so many aesthetic choices that are just off. Channing Tatum looks weird. He shouldn't have had blonde hair, or the pointy ears, or the contact lenses, or a corny little goatee. It's like, he looks like shit. He does not look cool. And he's a handsome guy. Like, they could have just left him looking like Channing Tatum with his normal eyes and like his normal hair color. And his little electric, wasted potential for sure. And I mean, it's got to be hard to make a movie of that scale and proportion. So I can sort of respect their effort, but you would think with as many hands as that had to pass through its production process, it's like, couldn't somebody have noticed along the way that this was like really off? It's just weird to me, the same artists that can make something as amazing as The Matrix, and yet just it seems like not even the same people making the next film, and they've really opted for this like ultra eye candy, over the top visual aesthetic, which is cool, and it's a bit much, like the Speed Racer and Cloud Atlas and Jupiter Ascending. But anyway, yeah, it's like it could have been a good movie. It's a little hokey. It's actually a lot hokey. It's really corny and silly. Yeah, just a number of things wrong with it. Pretty dang long too, and just found myself not really caring about the characters at all. So, weird one. Yeah. Oh, totally. Yes. Like, yeah, King Kong, certainly the Hobbit movies are just that ultra, like, it's like fructose is the term I think of just that super polished, photoshopped look on everybody, where it's a little too pretty, and it just doesn't feel like fantasy. It just feels like you're looking at a like a video game cutscene almost. There's not that sort of film grain to it. It's too rich, and everything is perfect, and that just doesn't work for me. What else did Peter Jackson do after Lord of the Rings? I feel like there was King Kong, obviously the Hobbit movies, and then wasn't there another one in there? I know he did that World War I doc, which I have not seen. That's kind of a different thing, of course, but I feel like he had another fictional narrative. King Kong, also a weird one. Oh, Mortal Engines, goodness. I did not see that for sure. Mm, okay, yeah. I kind of feel sort of similarly about Zack Snyder, actually, because I love Watchmen. I think it's an amazing movie. I've seen it many times, and I don't know. I feel like the aesthetic of that movie is spot on, but then most of what he's done since, uh, I don't know. It's too there's something too polished, and I like how dark Watchmen was, and obviously the source material is to blame for that or to a credit for that. But anyway, yeah, it's just it's strange to me, and there's probably other studio influence and maybe not necessarily having. I mean, as is being exemplified by the whole Zack Snyder cut thing, which I've not seen, and I've not seen Justice League either, the original version. But yeah, that's probably yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like it kind of loses all emotional connection when it's just like a big gigantic cartoon. Um, like there has to be more connection than just big, fancy, colorful perfection. Which I think in some of the Marvel movies actually do accomplish that well. Um, there's enough, where an action scene should be a payoff to what has come before it, and should involve people that you care about. I mean, within certain contexts, uh, but yeah, then some of them like Aquaman. I can't even believe how bad that movie is. It's just it's that ultra polished. I just like I could not wait for that movie to end, and I was with a friend, so I didn't. I probably would have walked out, and I'm not even being the guy who shits on superhero movies. I don't really. Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that. Yeah, you come to realize after like watching 15 of them, or maybe a lot fewer than that, the Marvel movies just all basically follow the same rhythm. Um, but anyway, Aquaman. I just it's horrendous. I don't even know what it is. It's like it's not campy enough to be camp. It's just trying to be sincere and trying to be funny, and it's not. Um, it's just way over long and annoying, and like even the big fancy colorful look of it is it's just too much. It's like eating too much sugar. Um, there's no grounding. There's no emotional grounding to like latch onto and to actually care about the narrative. It's just all this candy, 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 candy. No, I have not. Pretty Young Thing. I don't think I even know what that is. I Care a Lot intrigued me a little bit. I'm cautious about Netflix original movies. but I do like Peter Dinklage, and I like the lead woman in I Care a Lot. Anyway, are those good? Oops. I shouldn't say I'm cautious about Netflix movies. They're extremely hit or miss. I mean, yeah. I guess I'll just leave it at that. That's usually the problem, isn't it? Is the writing. Um, yeah, the writing makes or breaks any film. Yeah, Rosamund Pike. I couldn't think of her name. Anyway, don't mean to be sitting in my high horse over here just criticizing films left and right. Uh, but because ultimately, what does it matter? And every film is extremely difficult to make, and truly props to anyone and everyone who has ever completed a feature film. Super hard. Um, Very hard to make one, even harder to make a good one. Nearly impossible to make a great one. Or a rare feat, I should say, to make a great one. Oh, Promising Young Woman. Okay, okay. Yes, all right. My sister liked that. And she told me the basic premise. Um, so I don't necessarily know any spoilers, but I do know the sort of basic thrust of that one. Um, yeah, sounds interesting. I don't know if I would care for that one based on what she told me, but oh yeah. Nice. What part of it do you help with? Like editing or sound or something? Anyway, yes, there's so much work. Um, Mm-hmm. Yep. Boom mic. That is legitimately such a difficult. I mean, the guys who do that all day, the guys and gals who do that, have the strongest forearms probably of anyone in the world. In at my CNM film class, which was a total joke, but and on a couple other independent little productions for friends and stuff, I've done boom a few times, and it's like, damn, after truly only a few takes, found myself getting my arms extremely tired from doing this. So props to those people. Our teachers, our instructors told us they would train by some of the pros will train with, I think, like a paint can on a like a broom handle, and just hold it up for an hour or whatever. Do that different ways to train and to just strengthen that forearms. So good for them. Yeah, please do. I didn't realize your brother. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize your brother made that stuff. So I would love to see anything you'd like to send. Does your brother have a Vimeo or a YouTube channel or anything where is any of it publicly viewable right now? Any of the earlier stuff? Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to look at that. Oh, okay. Interesting. Nice. That's cool. Kind of like a crime genre thing as well. Or maybe comedy crime. Hmm. Nice. Okay. That's a good premise. I like that. Oh man. Now my CPA wants to call me. All right, I got to end this and talk to the tax man. Thanks for being here, Damien. Good to talk with you, man.